What is going on, everybody? King Recon here today, and I didn't do a live reaction for Bleach today, and I'm actually kind of happy I didn't, because I've been wanting to do a Bleach discussion, and I haven't done one in quite some time, and this was the perfect chapter for it, man. Woke up, no, listen, man. When I read this chapter, I was so happy, dude, because this chapter gave me Hueco Mundo arc vibes, man. And anything that gives me Hueco Mundo arc vibes is greatness. Alright, greatness, because I love the Hueco Mundo arc so much, and specifically from episode 144, 167, I absolutely love that entire portion so much, and that was the feeling that I really got from this week's chapter of Bleach, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Uryu's resolve was great. I absolutely love when he said, "I won't let these mundane words be my last." That was cool. I really liked that. I was so happy. I was like, man, finally, man, Uryu's getting the awesome sauce that he deserves. And then, because that was a great line. That was a great line, as well as the rest of the conversation that he and Hoshvald had, because every single time that one of them would speak, Kubo would have a panel that zoomed in closer to them, and that really added to the intensity of what was about to go down. Because this chapter really caught me off guard. I did not expect to see, because I thought we were going to get Ichigo and Uryu versus Hoshvald, but in reality, Uryu had a different plan, because the Sun Gates, Hoshvald stated that they were destroyed. They were destroyed. And so Uryu decided, he was like, you know what? I'm going to hold this off here, because he just revealed something that he shouldn't have. And, or at least he just reminded me of something that I should have remembered. And that is that Yuhabak does not have, you know, his power of omnipotence and omniscience. And I was like, yo, this is about to get really, really interesting, because now Ichigo's about to head over there into the palace, and Ichigo and Yuhabak are about to go at it. But Yuha does not have his powers, or does he? So he might, because the thing is, you never know with Kubo's plot twist. You never know. Or, you know, in the middle of Ichigo going up against Yuhabak, he could possibly get his powers, you know, right towards the end of the battle, and that would turn into something. But I'm expecting a sort of Ichigo and Zangetsu type of dialogue whenever Ichigo gets up there. He's going to talk to Yuhabak the same way he would have talked to Zangetsu. Because there's I'm pretty sure Ichigo's going to bring up his mother, and I'm pretty sure Ichigo's going to bring up the whole Zangetsu journey, you know, going all the way from the first time he met him. I'm pretty sure we're going to get flashback panels the first time he met Zangetsu. You know, Zangetsu whenever he fought against Kenpachi, Zangetsu whenever he went to go learn his Bankai, etc. Just continuing down the line. I believe, because Ichigo versus Yuhabak is going to have a lot of really, really awesome throwbacks to the beginning of the series, and that's going to be really cool to see, which is why I'm looking forward to seeing that fight. That's going to be pretty nice stuff. The art was good in this week's chapter, specifically for the final couple of pages. I thought the art on their face was really nice, as well as the character designs, which I'll get to in a little bit. And then, of course, for Hoshvald, he just always looks nasty. He always looks great. But it was just that small little bit of dialogue between Hoshvald and Uryu. It was just so good, and I was so into it. It was just so intense, because Hoshvald revealed something, and then Uryu would counter that. And then Hoshvald would counter that, and then Uryu would counter that, and it just kept on zooming in on their faces, just adding more to the moment. And it was like, yes, this is cool, this is dynamic, this is really, you know, immersing me into what I'm reading, and it was really, really good stuff by Kubo this week. On page 14 is when I began to receive the Hueco Mundo arc vibes of, you know, when Ichigo, Chad, and Orihime, they were running down, Ichigo looks back, and, you know, Orihime was crying, you know, she was tearing up, and she's like, oh, are you okay, you know, and he's like, yeah, of course, and it was a little comedy bit, but it really reminded me of whenever Ichigo, Uryu, and Chad broke into the Hueco Mundo castle, and into Las Noches, well, no, but technically not Las Noches, but, you know, whenever they broke, or when they originally broke into Hueco Mundo, and they arrived there, and you were like, yo, this is about to get extremely insane, because of the amount of hype. If you guys remember, whenever it was the Hueco Mundo arc, awesome sauce is going down, let me look, just the memories, man. The absolute memories. I love the beginning of the Hueco Mundo arc so much, and the reason why I got the vibes for it is because, just like in how, you know, classic Kubo way, but every single time I see this, it always reminds me of like the beginning of the Hueco Mundo arc and whatnot, was little shadowy figures that we got on the bottom of page 14, and like whenever I saw those shadows, I was like, oh my, because I was like, dude, the last time we got something like that, you know, usually when Kubo does that, we get someone that looks really, really cool, or a guardian, or something around there, that lane that is going to attempt to stop their advancement into wherever that is they're going, which in this case was the palace. So that was some cool stuff. I loved seeing the shadows. I was like, oh man, that brings me back. That brings me back when we're cool. We show the shadow, then show the individual. In this case, there was no dialogue, so it just caught you off guard right off the bat. So when Ichigo was running and you saw those Final Fantasy sand boss looking guardians with awesome character designs, might I add, I was caught off guard. I was like, yo, these things look cool, and it really reminded me of Hueco Mundo. Really, really did. It was giving me those vibes of awesome sauce. And I'm telling you, when something gives you Hueco Mundo vibes, it is a good thing. It is definitely a good thing. This next part I'm so happy about because Chad is about to get his battle. Chad is about to go up against these Sand Boss Guardian type of things. And the thing that excites me about these Sand Boss Guardians type of things is that since they are in the palace, I'm going to assume that someone is wielding these things from the back, that someone is manipulating them on some Nen stuff in Hunter x Hunter, and that we're going to see whoever it is that is manipulating these individuals, which means that this is basically going to be a battle between Ganju and Chad versus this individual who's in control of all of these Sand Boss Guardian Final Fantasy creatures. And that's really, really cool. We're finally going to get to see Chad get his shine. That part was so cool, man. That part was so awesome and really, really nostalgic for me personally, because the ending page was just so hype, man. Chad gets his hype back. And then I absolutely loved the line of dialogue he had whenever he stated that's just the kind of guy he is. I'm talking about Ichigo, because that was the exact same thing he told Suichi back in the beginning of Soul Society arc. Remember the parakeet? And I was like, yo, this is really, really nice, really nostalgic, really reminiscent to that of whenever I really, really loved Chad. So that was really, really cool stuff, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I love the fact that Ganju's here too. If Ganju's here, does that mean that the Tsukishima and Ginjo are going to be here too? I don't know. But it is what it is. I'm just excited that finally Chad is about to go in. And that final panel, whenever we see that both of his arms are taking formation, it's from behind. You see this army in front of him. It just looks really, really awesome, really nice. And I'm loving the setup that's going on here. Ichigo leaves it down to them. Now I wonder what's about to happen with him and Orihime. Like, is it going to be like an Ulquiorra type of situation where Orihime is going to go up there as well with him? Or is someone about to show up that's about to take on Orihime, kind of like the same thing that happened with Uryu back in Hueco Mundo? So I'm interested. Is Orihime about to get her battle too? Like, listen, man, I'm excited. I always love whenever the main crew gets to have their shine in their battles. And now it's possibly that all four are going to have their battles at the same time. Because Chad is about to go up against these Sand Guardian boss type of creatures. Ichigo is going to go against Juhabak. Orihime has not been revealed yet. And then Hashval is about to fight Uryu, which that one to me is the one that is without a doubt the most interesting. Hashval and Uryu. That's gonna be crazy, because we've wanted to see Hashval's abilities for so long, especially now that he has Juhabak. That's gonna lead to so many cool things he can do with it. And then we've been wanting to see Uryu go in post time skip so bad and see exactly what he can do now and everything. So that's gonna be really, really nice to see. But then of course we have the main man Ichigo. It's gonna be such a fun couple of weeks from here on out, guys, because we're gonna get all four of their fights here in this little timeline. It's gonna be really awesome sauce. I really cannot wait to see, especially how Orihime and Chad end up doing theirs, because they haven't had that much shine, in quite some time. So it's gonna be really nice how Kubo ends up doing his little way for their fights. And I'm feeling the Hueco Mundo arc vibes, man, of every single character getting their shine. They're all going into like swimwear. So I'm excited to see what's about to go down with all four of these battles. Overall, great sauce of a chapter. I thought it set everything up great. I thought that the way that it was paced was wonderful, because it really caught me off guard. I seriously thought we were about to get just a battle chapter between Hashval, Ichigo, and Uryu, and I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. Kubo's actually continuing forward, and we're actually about to get Ichigo versus Juhabak way sooner than I expected. So this is going to be really interesting. Once again, I'm really looking forward to seeing the pieces of dialogue between Ichigo and technically Zangetsu, but Ichigo and Juhabak, because I know they're going to bring up Zangetsu, they're going to bring up his mom, and we're going to get it's going to be quite emotional too. It's going to be quite emotional. I can't wait to see his Bankai. I can't wait to see how that battle's going to go down, man. It's going to be really, really awesome. I'm going to have that Nothing Can Be Explained soundtrack on deck. And the whole Hashval and Uryu ordeal, the pride of a Quincy is really at stake here, and that's really, really cool. I cannot wait to see that battle go down. Chad is about to prove his strength against all these sand boss looking creatures, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Orihime is going to play into this. So you guys have noticed for today, great sauce of a chapter this week from Bleach. Really, really excited to hear for the next couple of chapters, because it's going to be very, really fun. Really fun to see what's about to go down, because Kubo can't go wrong. As long as he goes to one of these battles and progress in some sort of manner, it's going to be fun. It feels like classic Bleach right now, and that type of ordeal, when it feels like Hueco Mundo, then you know Kubo's doing something right. So you guys have been awesome for day, Bleach awesome sauce for the win, and I'll see you guys next video. Yeah.